This dude suddenly realizes that anyone who gets close to him straight up dies on the spot. He can't believe what's happening, so he decides to test it out on a crow. As the guy slowly inches towards the bird, it starts freaking out and cawing like crazy. The closer the man gets, the more insane things get. Then in the blink of an eye, something totally messed up happens. The crow just drops dead. No warning, nothing. Just instant death. Mike finally figures out what's going on. He uses a rope to measure the death distance between himself and the crow. Turns out, as long as folks stay about 33 feet 10 meters away from him, they're golden. Right then, a car comes speeding towards him out of nowhere. Mike's so freaked that he immediately backs up to keep his distance from the vehicle. Turns out that move actually saved the driver's life. To keep everyone safe, Mike locks himself up at home, too scared to go out. But that same night, some weird stuff goes down. This woman suddenly shows up in Mike's house, and he frantically tells her to keep her distance. Here's the kicker though, she's totally fine, not a scratch on her. After talking, they realize they're both survivors of the same car crash. Determined to get to the bottom of this, they head to the crash site. What they see there shocks the hell out of them. Right where the crash happened, there's a black circle with a 33-foot 10-meter diameter. Mike tells the woman about all the freaky incidents, saying any living thing that comes within 33 feet of him just instantly dies. But she's not buying it, thinks he must be losing it, and storms off. But get this, she barely makes it a few steps before a cop within that 33-foot radius of Mike suddenly collapses, dead. Mike bolts after the woman. To make her fully believe his story, he decides to do another little experiment with her. Mike stands next to a sheep, then has the woman walk away. Once she's outside the 33-foot range, the craziest thing happens. The sheep right next to Mike just keels over, dead as a doornail. The woman is completely stunned. Mike explains, as long as they stick together, nobody dies when they get close. So they decide to be attached at the hip and get to the bottom of this mystery. Little do they know, even more terrifying stuff is just around the corner. The movie's called Radius, and it's a pretty dope thriller. 10 Tenths would recommend giving it a watch.